Well, I think a lot of it is just building on last year. And then again, we had such an incredible season last year. So you don't want to put added pressure on the players because, I mean, you know, having a 28-5 season is not the norm. However, we would like it to be. And that's something that we are definitely trying to just, remember what we did, remember the things that worked last year, keeping those things, working on our weaknesses, getting the new players acclimated to our system and the speed of the game. We have a very fast tempo, and that's a big adjustment to make from high school to college, especially now that you're playing with the 30-second shot clock. It's just everything's faster, everything's detail oriented, and so we're just really we're excited about the season. And we're just trying to build on what we were able to accomplish last season. They've all adjusted to the speed. The only thing that we're trying to get down now is just being disciplined. And what I mean by that is there's times where our team just looks phenomenal. And it's just a joy to watch as a coach. And then there's times where it's like we're kind of slacking off. And that's what we're really trying to establish, is that you have to be disciplined to go hard every single play. All our freshmen were the best player on their high school team. So they're used to everything being ran through them. They're used to playing the entire game. No matter how many mistakes they made, they're going to be out there. They're used to, kind of conserving their energy while they're out there because they knew they were going to play the entire game. And that's not college basketball. I don't want any of my players to conserve their energy when they're out there on the court because we're deep in our bench, and that's one of our greatest assets is the fact that I don't lose anything from my second five. Going in after my first five, I don't lose anything, and I'm trying to reiterate that every day. Like, go hard every single possession because you're not going to be on the court. I might give you 5-6 minutes. So why not be as effective as you could possibly be within those 5 or 6 minutes? And don't take any plays off because you don't need to conserve any energy. All you need to do is go as hard as you can, shake your jersey, and I will get a sub. And then because you did do a good job the first go round, I'm going to put you back in. So that's just something, it's kind of a mindset, and also it's discipline. It comes down to discipline. Well, it is because they're used to the speed. They know what it takes for us to play, postseason and against that, high level of competition, and they understand it. And every day they're coming to practice and they're trying to be competitive, and they're trying to instill that with the newcomers. The only problem is I think that the newcomers, because there's 8 of them, kind of at times overwhelm the returners in that the returners, you just mentioned Carson Sims, Ross Mathis, Shea Coker, Deja, the twins, literally the sweetest people you will ever meet. So sometimes they don't hold each other accountable because they don't want to hurt their teammates' feelings. And, that's one thing that we're trying to adjust right now is no, holding each other accountable is actually showing that you care about each other more than it is her doing it wrong and you letting her get away with it. So we're making those corrections right now. Well, I think this season's different a lot, obviously, than last season because of scheduling wise. We're on the road quite a bit. Matter of fact, I believe we're on the road the first 4 of the first 6 games of the season, and so I think you're kind of throwing in a very inexperienced young team. You're just kind of throwing them into the deep end right from the jump, and I think that it's going to expose a lot of weaknesses, which is good. But I also too, I'm curious to kind of see how they react. What's their are they focused for these games, and just their overall excitement, because Lander's a good team. Lander is physical. They're very athletic. I think Kevin does an excellent job with his team, and they every game that we have won against Lander, and it's gone back and forth. it came right down to the wire. And, I always feel blessed to be in those situations early because it teaches you so much later on. Like, if in the times that we've lost that game, it taught us, okay, we can't, have all these turnovers. Had we not had all these turnovers against them, maybe it wouldn't have came down to this last possession. And it teaches us to kind of be disciplined throughout the entire game. Or in the times that we've won, it's taught us, be resilient, be encouraging to your teammates. Don't, get frustrated in the game, because there's times that you can. I mean, you can lose sight of what you're doing, and the situation can be very different, and you can lose the game. And so it's fueled us both in a positive way, whatever the outcome is. So I'm excited about that, because I know Kevin's got a experienced team, and both of us were in the regionals last year, and I'm convinced that his team's going to be postseason again this year. And actually they were picked to win the Peach Belt. So I mean, we're going against some great competition right out of the gates, and I think it's going to show us a lot of where we're at and where we need to be.